Hi there. We're taking a short ride today on a beautiful day in New York City. A bright, not too chilly January day. Through Manhattan from where I work on West 20th Street to an appointment in Midtown, just to see a little bit of the city on a busy afternoon. I'm on my Royal Enfield, my 2010 Royal Enfield Bullet 500, and there goes another motorcycle past me. We're actually in a neighborhood with a lot of bikes. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an orange Genuine Buddy scooter over there, parked on the sidewalk. That bike usually parks in the median over here, but she, I assume it's a woman, has been getting some tickets lately, and so she's up on the sidewalk now. So I don't know if you can see my instrument panel here. We're up at 614 miles on this bike, and I just had my 600 mile or 1,000 kilometer service at the dealer. Everything was in order, and the one pleasant surprise was that they agreed with me that my transmission is wonky, and they wanted to take the bike for 2 weeks to take the transmission apart, order some gaskets or whatever is needed from the warranty service bureau, and put it back together. And I'm deciding whether I want to go through that hassle or just live with the bike the way it is, because it is rideable. The transmission just gets hung up every once in a while. There's a bike. It's a beautiful one. So that's, I guess that's the most important motorcycle news that's happened lately. The other thing is that I beat my first motorcycle, there we go, there's the wonky transmission. I beat my first motorcycle parking ticket. I made a mail appeal with attachments showing that the signs weren't clear, and my appeal was granted. So thank you, New York City, for being fair. Here's a nice little scooter, red one right here. Across the street there at 251 Park Avenue South is a building that I worked in about how long ago now? 15 years ago. You see a lot of these across the street, the L'Express Cafe. You see a lot of these 24-hour French-ish restaurants. They're very nice to have. You can pop in at 2 in the morning for a sandwich or a cup of coffee and get a slightly nicer experience than if you've just gone into a diner to have a chicken salad sandwich. There's a little traffic here on Park Avenue, but I don't really mind because it's such a nice day with a bright blue sky and clouds moving fast, and I don't think we're expecting any rain. The bike says it's 45 degrees, which is practically tropical compared to the weather that we've been having. It's a very nice day to be out on the bike. In fact, yesterday I took the lining out of my motorcycle jacket. It was warm enough that I figured I would just go commando, so to speak. Obviously, the armor still, but the lining's out. Mirrors are bulky. They slip, and I tighten them periodically, and then they get jostled out of position. I assume because the force of the vibration, you can see the vibration that the Royal Enfield picks up is so significant that it knocks these threaded fasteners out of position. I should take a wrench to that and fasten it tightly enough that it's not going to be worked out. So here we are at Park Avenue South and 23rd Street, heading north. That's the MetLife building dead ahead, terminating this vista. You may not be able to see it. And we're actually going to go under the underpass and then along the Grand Central viaduct that goes around that building. And it's going to be a few minutes getting up there. I hate riding this stretch on a bicycle because it's very stop and go. It's a little less annoying on a motorcycle. One of the things I had done when I took the bike in for service is I had them turn the idle down, and I can definitely feel the difference. It's not rumbling quite as hard as I sit here waiting for the light. I'm wondering if that will improve my gas mileage. I'll find out. Second gear. I don't mind tooling along in second gear, but tooling along in first gear is not really tooling along. There's Leal, Anthony Bourdain's first restaurant. That's me running a light. And the first California pizza kitchen that we got in New York City, which I was very happy to see. It's a guilty pleasure. Tunnel, which will cut from 33rd Street all the way up to the Grand Central area. Grand Central Terminal dead ahead of us. This is the MetLife building rising above it. Line of taxis here. There's always a lot of taxis on this viaduct. And we go around to the right and then back. We're basically just going around the station, one story above grade. And there's Park Avenue proper. looking north from 46th Street. I'm surprised people don't honk more. There's definitely a social taboo against honking too much, and that's definitely been a social change in the last 20 years. Pull it up. Street. There's the Old Astoria Hotel to the right. You can see the flag of Cornell University hanging in front of it. I don't know why today, with the U.S. flag. And there's the building. With the, you can see the clouds. At least I can see the clouds moving very fast. You can actually see them move with the naked eye. You can't always do. Going up as far as 56th Street today. St. Bartholomew's, beautiful image. The restaurant in one of the buildings that I've eaten in, a very nice fine dining restaurant. I said this before, I almost never use the mirrors in the city. I would much rather look over my shoulder. I don't want to hit something because I misjudge where my blind spot is. 54th. Oh, look there. Just beyond the UPS truck on the right, there's a Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. Los Angeles-based company trying to break into the New York market. There's a handful of them in Manhattan. Some people say they're like Starbucks or even more universal than Starbucks in Los Angeles, but they're new here, and although it is a corporation, it's not quite as good. The coffee's not as good as Starbucks. The coffee's actually kind of weak. Taxi stopping. The coffee's kind of weak, but I don't mind. And here we are at 56, which is where we're turning off. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.